Something that was racist was when I matched with somebody on a dating app. He only matched with me, this man, and he said, "Oh, you Indian Jews, come clean my toilet."
No way.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's your boy again, Shady, the one and only. And today, guys, I've got a special guest for you. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Right. So, my name is Ravital. I'm an Indian Jew, born and raised in India.
Hold on. You're an Indian Jew.
Yes.
From India.
From India.
Are you sure you're not Spanish? Because you've got this Mexican look to you.
Actually, a lot of people, when I came to Israel, they started to speak to me in Spanish. And I'm like, no, talk to me in Hindi, because they think I'm from Colombia. But I'm not. Okay, so when you say Indian, after the destruction of the Second Temple, my ancestors fled the Middle East. And the ship sailed and wrecked near the western coast of India.
Okay.
That's how my ancestors landed in India, and we have been there ever since. And we are the Indian Jews.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Uh-huh.
And I see you here in Israel. Like, what brings you to Israel? Have you been here before?
I came on a birthright trip called Taglit. It's for
what was that?
Birthright trip,
Okay.
Taglit.
Taglit.
Right? You know, you must be hearing everybody talk about Taglit. If you're Jewish or if you have Jewish roots, could be your mother, father, your grandparents, you get a free 10-day trip to Israel. Free 10-day trip. There are some donors that have been, funding this project to be able to get Jews living in the diaspora to the land of Israel, to show them this beautiful land. And then after that, it's your choice if you want to make Aliyah or not.
You're quite expressive. I like how you talk like us Africans, Nigerians. Like when we talk, we use our hands. Sometimes, even if you don't understand the language, from just the hand gesticulations, you just guess what they mean. That's amazing. Are you into performance arts? Or?
I am. I actually grew up dancing, and I believe a lot of the energy flows within and around our body. So when I'm talking, it's a lot of energy flow.
I'm
know
sorry,
what I mean?
I've got to do this. I
don't know what you were singing, but that totally sounded Indian.
Very, very amazing. So, do you speak any Hindi at all?
Yes, I grew up in India, so I speak two Indian languages, Hindi and Marathi. Marathi is the regional language, right? Because there are different states, different languages. So I speak Marathi, but I speak Hindi also.
Marathi, Hindi, English. What else do you speak?
Hebrew. Right.
Wow, we got a polyglot here. I speak two languages, English and a Nigerian language called Hausa. It's not very popular. Not many people know about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna teach me some?
We start with Sannu.
Sannu?
Sannu is a greeting, like how are you, or it
like
goes for good
like
day.
Namaste.
Like namaste.
Okay.
So it goes for good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Just Sannu.
Sannu?
Yeah, just Sannu. Yeah. For now, we'll just leave it at that.
All right.
And also, you can use it for well done. Like if someone does something really good, you can say Sannu, well done. And if someone does something really ridiculous, you can just be like, Sannu.
Oh, so
that's the way you say it, and then
it's the context.
It's the context as well.
All right.
Yeah, amazing, lovely. So what do you do, if I may ask?
At the moment, I'm trying to survive in Israel, with the current situation. But in life, so I started something called Moses in Israel.
Moses in Israel?
Moses in Israel.
Have you parted the Red Sea yet?
What? Patented?
Have you parted?
I think I should be, because I think it's a fabulous name. Let me explain it to you, okay?
All right,
Moses is my last name, so it makes sense, right? Moses in Israel.
Okay.
Also, the OG Moses, right, from the Tanakh, did not make it to Israel.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? It's about time we get Moses to Israel, and we have Moses from the East, because I'm Indian. It had to be dramatic, right? I'm from India.
Yeah.
So my goal is to bridge India and Israel, two ancient civilizations. We have shared values and shared challenges. And I am born and raised in both cultures, and I feel like if we can bring these two countries and create a strong allyship or friendship, we can do great things together.
I mean, that's very interesting, meeting like an Indian Jew, because what's going around the mainstream is that Jewish people or Israelis are all white, mostly blonde-haired, blue eyes, and then here we have you. Like, what reaction do you get when you tell people, oh, I'm an Indian Jew or I'm a Jew, and they're like, are you sure? Are you claiming?
I think the best reaction I've gotten is like, okay, I'm gonna tell you like the positive and the negative.
Yeah, please.
All right. The best is like, oh my gosh, we did not know that Jews exist in India, and you guys are so unique. We need more of you. All right.
Okay.
And on the other hand, the people that hate us, and they're like, oh, you're Indian and Jewish. That's like double curse.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
But I really have a really strong identity. I'm born and raised in both cultures. People ask me, do you have a conflict? Sometimes I do, because I'm too Indian for my Israeli friends, and then I'm too Israeli for my Indian friends.
Okay, you're just right there in the middle. Right?
So I'm unique, but I know that I'm fabulous. And that is going to help me drive my purpose and my mission.
And then what challenges do you get as being an Indian Jew?
In Israel? Or in general in the...
Generally, like even when you're online and you say you're an Indian Jew,
Right.
What kind of comments do people, leave for you? What do people say to you? Has anyone ever maybe probably, I wouldn't say attacked as such, but said things that were unpleasant to you or maybe pleasant?
Right. Wow, there's so many. The thing is, like, I grew up with a lot of love. So I'm going to give you a
like
quick
that.
fact. India, I'm going to give a shout out to the Hindu community, because India is a Hindu.
Community love.
They welcomed us with open arms, and I did not ever experience anti-Semitism in India. So I knew of the concept as a Jew, but did not really experience it. But I only started to experience when I started to make content online.
Okay, we need to talk about the content as well, but carry on.
So that was really interesting and fascinating, and it took me a while to get used to it, but I'm like, you know what, doesn't matter, because I have a community that loves me, and I'm gonna water that.
Yeah.
All right. Secondly, we get stereotyped heavily. If you're Indian, doesn't matter if you're Christian, Jewish, Buddhist, Jain. If you're Indian,
Yeah.
the first thing they're gonna come and do the head nods. All right. They think
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
And they think that you can eat spicy food.
Can you eat spicy food?
I cannot. I break all stereotypes. They think we are good at mathematics. I suck at mathematics. I'm
Okay.
dyslexic.
The first Indian.
We're definitely good at some arts in the sense, because we grew up with Indian cinema, right? You have so many
Bollywood.
great. We don't like to call it Bollywood, because Bollywood is mostly Hindi-speaking movies, but we have so many regional languages,
Bollywood
right?
covers everything, all the movies in India.
That's
like
the
Hollywood.
misconception. That's the misconception. It definitely has a more commercial platform, is more commercial out in the world, right? The West. But we also have Tollywood, which is like South Indian movies, and you have, Mollywood, which is like could be Marathi movies,
I've heard of Hollywood. No, is it Tollywood? I've heard of Tollywood.
right? South Indian, those are also doing quite well, really great stories. So we call it Indian cinema,
Okay.
right?
Indian
So
cinema.
we either learn dancing or singing or playing an instrument.
Interesting. So
Right?
can you dance?
I am a dancer.
You are a dancer.
I was actually professionally dancing for some time back in
Okay.
India.
This is getting more interesting because I used to be a dancer. So let's go.
I know, we vibed yesterday at a bar. I don't know what to call it. A bar, or it was an open space.
Oh yeah, open space, and we were just like networking together.
We were just
basically, socializing.
We were just moving and like doing some hip hop moves.
so-
I don't know, but it was like
Yeah.
a great moment. But yeah, that. Oh, also a lot of people think that Indians can't speak English.
Okay, I mean, like I'm from London and I've met a lot of Indians.
Yes, but no, people born and raised in India.
Oh, okay.
Right? But I'm like, listen, we were colonized by the Brits.
True. They
Two
took the
things-
Kohinoor as well.
Right? Two things Brits did good, like to India, is teaching cricket and English.
What of the trains?
And the trains.
And the trains free. I know a bit of my history.
Okay, fine. I'll give that to you. But because, I grew up learning subjects in English. Again, not all schools taught English, but I grew up in a school that taught English. Like most of my subjects, mathematics, history, geography, were taught in English, except for languages, of course.
Okay, yeah.
Right? And then when you go to university, our presentations or like lectures are all given in English. All right? So that's why when I was looking for a job, they were under the impression that I cannot speak English. So when I meet them in person, they're like, whoa, like how can you speak such good English, even better than Israelis themselves?
Okay.
Right? So there's a lot of stereotype breaking, a lot of like bringing awareness. Yes, but all in all, good, I guess.
So where are you based now?
I'm actually based in Tel Aviv, where we are currently.
Oh, you're based here. I thought
I'm
you
based.
flew in.
I flew in 5 years ago from India. I made Aliyah. Aliyah is a concept where Jews living in the diaspora migrate to Israel.
Yeah.
Aliyah literally means leveling up. So as a Jew, you're leveling up your life living in Israel, moving to Israel, starting from scratch. And I made Aliyah with my family. So my parents, my sister and myself, we all live here now.
Oh, wow. That's very interesting. Really, really good to hear. So, like, did you get to serve in the IDF as well?
All right,
Did you
so
skip that?
I wanted to, but I was 25 at the time.
Oh, I see.
So they said I was too old for the army.
Bummer.
But my sister did serve the army.
Oh, that's beautiful.
She was in the Air Force. She served 2 years of her life.
Yeah.
And I think the second year was basically the year of October 7th.
Oh.
So she was serving during the war. So it was a really scary situation for us. Because in India, like going to the army is not a part of the culture, right? You get your degree, get married, get a job, get married, have kids. Here you go to the army when you turn 18. And then if you're a boy, you serve for I think 3 years. If you're a girl, 2 years, and then you get back to your civilian life, and then you decide what to do.
Okay.
So it was a bit culture shock, but we're doing well.
I mean, that move from India to Israel, like completely different cultures, right? Like, one, how was the culture shock for you? And how's life like for you in Israel? Like when you first came in here, did you get any maybe ill treatment, any racist treatment? Did you face any discrimination at all? Like how's life been here for you in Tel Aviv?
Wow, it's been great. So let me give you some context. It also depends when you make
The good and the
Aliyah.
bad.
The good and the bad and the ugly, because it exists everywhere. And I talk about. I think it's very important to talk about authentic experiences, because even if I love both India and Israel, we have problems everywhere, okay?
True.
So let's talk about context. I moved 4 days before the first COVID lockdown.
Okay, in 2020.
In 2020, it wasn't intentional, it just our process got delayed, so we ended up in the country 4 days before the first COVID lockdown, and it was terrible. I wanted to run away.
Oh, bless you. She wanted to run.
No, like I was going crazy. I was again, it was a family decision. I was not really in favor of coming to Israel. I actually wanted to go to the United States. But, it was a blessing in disguise. The American dream was sold to the Indians as well.
Okay, yeah, to all of us.
Yes. Okay, so I wanted to go there. I wanted to pursue my master's. That never happened. I think I scored less, so I couldn't make it. And then eventually my parents were like, you know what? Let's give it a try. If it works, great. If not, we can always come back.
Absolutely.
I couldn't run away. There was a global lockdown, right? There were no flights. I had to make it work. Now, as an Indian living in Israel, I'll tell you what, there's a difference. It's also the tone that they use to ask you questions. You can tell if if they're trying to be inquisitive or curious, or they're trying to be racist. For example, I'll give you an example. There's somebody who looked at me and is like, "Where are you from?" And I said, "India." Like, how is that possible? You're supposed to be dark-skinned, all right? Because they consider Indians as somebody who's dark-skinned. Because a lot of Kochini Jews that come from South India that have a darker skin tone, and then just like you, Indians. Just like Africans, right?
True.
Indians come in different shades of brown. Right, so there's
different shades of brown.
Right, there's caramel, coffee, chocolate. There's date, right? So I compared to the audience that they had looked at, I'm a little more fair toned. So it was like, oh, how is that possible? So they just unaware. Nakhon, right, exactly that. Now, something that was racist was when I matched with somebody on a dating app. he only matched with me, this man, and he said, "Oh, you Indian Jews, come clean my toilet."
No way.
And I was in shock. I'm like, you just matched with me.
Just to say that.
Yes.
That's disgusting.
Of course, I reported the account, but I'm not sure what happened later, but it really took me aback.
Oh, bless him.
And
that's a terrible thing to say to anyone.
Because also, you need to understand, a lot of Indians here, they come as caregivers, they come as construction workers, and there's some people from the Indian community who do house cleaning jobs. Thanks to them, your houses are clean.
See? And yeah, but still, like that's really a disgusting thing to say to anyone. That's very belittling. Like even if it's even as a joke, you know, things like that shouldn't be said. You know. Anyway, let's come to your content. So
let's do it.
Yeah, you create content online. What kind of content do you create?
Just like you, I'm a YouTuber.
Hey, pop, YouTubers in the house. Tell me. Okay.
Go check out Moses in Israel. So I realized that there wasn't enough Indian representation in Israel. Okay. We are a community of 80,000 Indian Jews in Israel. In Israel, 80,000. And I'm like, where's the representation? I see, like you said, these beautiful, typical, stereotypical Jews that they mention, and I'm like, but there are also us that exist. We need representation. And I'm like, Indian Jewish, that's so interesting. Why isn't anybody making content?
That's really beautiful, really beautiful.
And I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, by the way, but I just didn't know what to talk about. Okay, I didn't have a boyfriend, so I cannot have a couples channel. I can't cook, so I can't have a cooking channel.
Stop it. You're an Indian, you can't cook. Oh wait, that's
also breaking stereotype. See, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Wow, interesting. And so, what's your content around? Is it about the bridging Israeli?
So that came a bit later. I just started to like fool around and vlog. Is like I bought my first iPhone with my first hard-earned money in Israel. I took an iPhone SE, you know, the small one.
Yeah, I know that one.
All right, I mean, I'm going around different cities and vlogging as an Indian Jew who has just moved to Israel.
Yeah, flaunting the Indian Jewish shit.
Yeah, and it was so embarrassing. I look at my videos right now, and they're shit. But that's the beautiful part about the journey. I wanted to be like a lifestyle vlogger, but then eventually I said I couldn't see representation. I said it has to be more than that. I started to talk about my Indian Jewish life in India first, right? I grew up there 25 years of my life. What did we celebrate? What did we wear? How do we talk? Contributions of the Indian Jews in the Indian society. I started to talk about that. And then after October 7th, a lot of the Palestinian workers, their work visas were taken. So a lot of the Indians were brought in as the workforce, construction workers, like I mentioned. So I started to get a lot of queries about life in Israel as an Indian person. And I'm like, okay, that's opportunity. And a lot of the research students come from India. If you want to do PhD, postdoc, in cancer, chemistry, physics, mathematics, a lot of the Indians come here and pursue in Israeli universities. So I'm like, oh my gosh, nobody is doing this. And I feel morally responsible to do it as an Indian person.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So,
let's talk about October 7th.
Right.
So post October 7th, right? How did that affect you? Because like me, as a black person, I was just thinking, I thought about it. I know that we had racism back in the day, even though I wasn't personally affected by it. But I've read resources, I've listened to people's testimonies about it, you know. But you now in the situation, like the whole war, knowing that the people attacked, I don't want to call the name, but they attacked you, and they could have gotten to anyone at all. Like, how's that war affected you, and how did you live through it, and how did you recover from it? You know, the PTSD of the war and everything, the hate that Jews get online. online and even in person? Like, how did you deal with that?
So I think for me also, like when 7th of October happened, I wasn't in the country. I was in Jamaica.
Right.
I was in Jamaica for a retreat, and I was on my way back home, and I was supposed to be staying in New York with my friends and then come back. The first thing, I was on the flight when it happened, and I got about 20 messages from friends saying that, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "What's happening?" The next thing I know, Israel has been attacked. The second thing I get to know is my sister has been called for service. She was back home because it was the weekend, so she was home with my parents. She was supposed to go, and we didn't know when we were going to see her next. So that was really scary, right? And you have a bunch of like your other friends and family members who have been called for reserves now, you know, down south, because we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It took me some time because I felt so helpless because first of all, I'm not in the country. So if something happens to my family,
Yes.
I don't know, you know, how I'm going to react. First of all, I was focusing on coming back home. Thank God I booked El Al. El Al was the only airline that did not cancel any flights.
I heard that. I heard about that.
All right?
It's good, yeah.
Thank God. So if you want to fly to Israel, book El Al because, you know, because it's a volatile Middle East country, the area, right? So anything can happen. So book El Al. This is not a sponsored post, but it's
It's
just
not
saying.
sponsored. But yeah, allow, if you see this, sponsor us.
Yes. And I was like, and I saw all my friends, including influencers, non-influencers, post about what was happening. I was posting, but I did not want to get into hardcore advocacy. All right.
Yeah.
You know, some of the people here do hardcore advocacy, facts, figures, talking to people on the streets, going to university. I'm like, but this does not naturally come to me. I wanted to do advocacy through culture. In spite of our friends being at the borders, we were still living a normal life. Who's going to show that? People think we live in a war zone.
Yeah.
But
I thought that as well.
Right.
But the whole of the country was locked down.
Right.
And there was fire everywhere burning, people running and jumping.
That was not the case. It was, I mean, it was happening. It was like down south, you know, right? Where the attacks happened. And of course, we had barrages of rockets coming from various countries, friendly neighbors. We have very friendly neighbors, right? Yes. So we had to deal with that. So I'd stopped making content for a while. I was taking my time to process, but it was time to, you know, go back to your normal life. So I started to show our reality through culture. We're still making food here, right? I do Indian nights with my mom. So I vlogged the entire session. We had 20 guests when we cooked Indian food and we spoke about the Indian Jewish heritage. That was still possible during the war.
That's beautiful. Really
right?
beautiful, yeah.
I'm trying to think because, wow, there's so many things that happened.
I can imagine.
I think there was a time where flights had started to operate. So I went to India, and the Israeli embassy in India reached out saying, "Can you do more content for us?"
Wow.
Because there was nobody else doing it, and they wanted to.
Okay, that's massive. Well done. You made an impact in the world.
Thank you. We had an Indian delegation come to Israel to see what was happening. So I interviewed some of them, both Hindus and Muslims, to see the reality. So I got them on camera to show the Indian audiences the reality of Israel. Slowly started to grow. I started to get more IDF soldiers, not talk about, you know, what they go through, but like what they go. I don't know how to put this into words, but I have to.
Not about the war directly, but they talk about their normal lives.
About, for example, what is the first comfort food they would have when they come back home?
Oh yeah, their human side.
Right, their human side, because people see us as demons, as demonize us. You know, they've deleted the human element. But it's really hard, especially for soldiers. They don't see their families. Their wives are pregnant. Some of these wives have lost their husbands.
Yeah.
And it's really hard, right? We feel it as a community in this country. So I try to show the culture rather than just going on campuses and fighting, which I think is also necessary, but you have to balance it out. So I focus more on the culture. Also, India has been the victim of terrorism, right? India is also surrounded by very friendly neighbors. All right. Just 3 or 4 days ago, we had a terrorist attack in Delhi. A car full of ammonium nitrate was blown up near Red Fort.
Jeez.
And we had in 2008 Chabad. If you know, Chabad is like I don't explain, but it's like if Israelis are traveling or Jews are traveling, they have Chabad everywhere. So if you want to go have a Shabbat dinner, you can go to Chabad.
Okay.
There are rabbis there. You can go and stay there, whatever. Chabad was attacked in India in 2008 in Mumbai.
Yeah.
So when I said shared challenges, this is one of the shared challenges. All right, we have
Makes sense.
radicals around trying to destroy our existence. So Indians are the most, I don't know, people in the world understand what we go through. But again, they also needed to see somebody who's Indian living in the country.
Yeah.
Because it makes representation is very important, and you know what I'm talking about, right?
Absolutely. I want to talk about something also quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, before we go. Because I don't want the video to be too long. It's a bit long.
We're going for
already.
dinner.
Yeah, soon, in a few minutes.
Yes.
Yes, I want to touch a bit on anti-Semitism. Yes. How do you combat anti-Semitism? Because online, me as a person, when I go online and I'm, trying to keep up to date with what's happening,
Right.
I see comments like baby killers. I see comments like Israel. I see something that says Netanyahu and stuff like that. Like, how do you combat that, and how has that impacted you, and how have you found a way, to live through that?
Okay. So when I think of anti-Semitism, I also think of anti-India hate. Both these communities get so much
Double combo
hate.
on you.
Yeah, it's like double trouble and double blessing. And I'm like, why? We're trying to do good in the world. Like, why the hell would you hate us? Like, what is your problem, man? You know what I mean? But you cannot debate or have a discussion with somebody who's not ready to listen. So I focused on creating a community who will support me. And I proudly say this, if you go to my comment section and if you see an anti-Semitic comment, I don't even have to respond. My followers will take care of them.
Good. I see you built a strong community.
I have, and I love them. Shout out to Moses in Israel community.
Love.
You guys are fabulous, like chumma. All right?
Love.
The second thing I do is I'm aware, but I don't react. Like, yes, I'm feeling bad, but why do I want to put energy into these comments?
Yeah,
it's not
such
worth it.
negativity.
It's not worth it. It's not worth my energy. I can do so many constructive things. Why would I focus on something that's so destructive, right? And haters are going to hate anyway.
True.
There are a few organizations where you can report these comments to, and they work with Google and Instagram and YouTube to take them down.
Okay, that's
Because there are some comments that are not okay.
yeah.
Right?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Like we discussed today, if they can't find facts, they start accusing or start
Attack you
personally on your family, your heritage, and that's not okay, right? But I try my best to. I'm reading all those comments, right? And your brain is primal. You'll have 100 comments that are fabulous, positive, but there'll be
Suddenly,
one comment.
one.
There'll be one comment that'll be like, "Oh, Indian Jew, go drink cow piss,"
Terrible.
right? Things like that.
Yeah. Wow, that's really tough. We've touched quite on a lot of topics. Before we go,
Yes.
What message,
Where are we going? I have just started to talk to your audience right now.
What message do you have for my audience and for the world?
All right. Oh, message.
Yeah,
Oh
for
my
them,
gosh.
yeah, please, something.
Oh my gosh. You put me
based
in
on
a.
everything, like you've been through, your experiences.
Right.
Something to the world, like to people that don't really understand the struggle of the Jews and the Indians, because you're in a very interesting position where you're a Jew,
Right.
and you're an Indian,
Right.
and you're getting a double combo of trouble. Yeah. So, like, to people that are ignorant, what message would you have for them?
I think first of all, educate yourselves, because I know you might have some preconceived notions, and you might sometimes pick a side, but try and educate yourself before you start picking a side and start fighting for it. Especially if you're influencers and you have a following, it really creates an impact.
True.
Right?
That.
So I think just reading and being exposed to the right content sources is very important. That's number one. Number two, why do you want to waste your energy hating on someone? If you don't like them, just don't watch their content.
Easy.
Right?
That's it. I agree with that.
I just grew up with a lot of love, so I'm trying to give love to the audience. I think it's very important. We have seen enough hate. Also, if you don't live in the Middle East, don't comment. Just saying. Or if you don't live in Ukraine or Russia, don't comment. Right? Like, yes, you can have a political commentary, but like just picking sides, because only we know what we are going through. Right? We go through these we didn't talk about it, but my family was impacted by the Iran war. My parents were homeless for 2 months.
Widespread. Yeah, because Tel Aviv was attacked as well.
We live in Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv was attacked. The ballistic missile fell 50 meters away from my parents' apartment.
Oh my God.
We were in the safety room, thank God. But it was so, it's a ballistic missile. Came from a speed of like 6,000 kilometers per hour, something like that. All right. So the door flew open, everything was destroyed. I can send you footage if you want to give people context. And my parents because my sister lives with them, they were homeless for about 2 months. Wow. So thanks to the Israeli government, they gave them accommodation in a hotel till they could find an alternative accommodation. Yes. Yes. And they just a month ago found an apartment. And they just moved in. But it took a lot. I'm the older child, so I felt responsible for them. So I was doing all the running around, filling all the forms. But people don't see that sign. Yeah. Right? People just see the good. Oh, we're going to... But it is what it is. But this is our life. And a lot of people ask me, do you want to go back to India? And I said, no. This is my homeland now. I mean, India is my motherland, right? I mean... It pampered me, it gave me love, and Israel is my fatherland, gave me tough love.
I like that. I like that take.
But as an Indian, I want to be able to give my tribute, or like, I don't know, give my love to the Indian people. So that's why I'm doing India-Israel. It's very important for me. And thanks to you for giving me the spotlight.
Thank you for accepting.
Always. I'm always accepting love with open arms. Because people who are unique and in the niche category do not get as much spotlight as the mainstream people do.
True.
But we have some really... We can do things that can change... I don't know.
The narrative, maybe?
Yes, that. And bring in a different perspective. Like I say that all the time. Israel focuses around the West. It's about time we focus on the East. So that
the person for the job.
I am.
You are indeed. Lovely.
And hopefully someday I will be able to take you to India. To go on an Indian Jewish tour.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, let's make it happen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you so very much. Really, thank you for your time. And thank you for like the lovely answers, and thank you for the message that you've given to the audience and to the world at large. You're such a lovely person.
Thank you.
Toda Rabah. So guys, there is, you heard it straight from Ravi, the Indian Jew. She's here trying to change the narrative, also showing the human side, trying to connect the Indian and the Jewish sides together. Amazing. Thank you. And catch you soon. Guys, make sure you smash like, subscribe, give me some love. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel.
Also, comment if you think we should do a dance video together.
Amazing. That would be good. All right, guys. Peace out.